we're spraying some stuff today. That means I'm wearing jeans and have my boots on. But what exactly are we spraying with my absolutely fantastic boom sprayer? But before I can tell you that, I need to hop out of this Berenberg hat. We need to actually take this off. Look at these luscious locks. And then put on this bad boy right here. Oh yeah, you know what that stands for. And it's not Herbamate, but that is some pretty good tea. I like it a lot. I need to fertilize. I don't want to put a granular fertilizer down because that's what I put down probably roughly 6 or 7 weeks ago with the N-EXT Green, and it's looking okay behind me here. But we've had an entire week of rain, 6 continual days, several inches of rainfall, and I don't want to water anything in. So I'm going to go with a foliar, or at least a liquid fertilizer that's going to be applied for root absorption, because that's how this works best. It will have some foliar capabilities though, because the urea in it and all that. But no, we're using 1801 GreenePunch, yeah! And I'm using this because of what it contains, the urea and the ammoniacal nitrogen, and I have almost an entire full gallon of it that can free up shelf space for other stuff. And by other stuff, I'm not talking lawn care products. It's crap, I need to move to the shed because the wife's making me do lots of cleaning right now. But this is what I used today. And what rate did I run it at? The label states 12 to 18 ounces per 1,000 square feet every 4 to 6 weeks. I went with the 12 ounce per 1,000 square feet rate. That's going to give me around 0.17 pounds of nitrogen, 0.177, and a bunch of extra numbers per 1,000 square feet of nitrogen, which is exactly where I need to be for a foliar application. I never like going much higher than 0.25 pounds of N per M, because that just kind of leads to waste, and we don't want waste. We don't want things running off into our waterways. So that's what I did there. How did I get that? Well, simply I looked at the label here, because you always should read your labels for application and disposal of these products. And this weighs 10.5 pounds. So you run the math, you take the 10.5 pounds, you know, calculate the total amount of N in this, which was 1.89 pounds. Then you go ahead and divide that by 128, because that's how many fluid ounces are in a gallon. That will give you your N per ounce. And then multiply that by your rate of 12 ounces, and that gave me the 0.17. Super easy. Math is fun. So for the actual amount of product we're going to be using, I do not have a fancy, like, super measuring pitcher. I need to get one. But this guy here, there's a little mark that you will not be able to see that says 56 ounces. But by judging and estimating, really, how the circumference expands with the 56 there, this line should get me right at the 60 ounces that I need. So we're going to shake this bad boy up really, really good. And we're going to fill it up. There we go. So while I'm filling this though, I need to get this bad boy all the way as full as I can before I add everything, and then we'll mix it up. I need this thing topped out. This is a 9-gallon tank. That gets me very, very close to 2 gallons per 1,000 square feet, and that's where I like to be when I'm applying fertilizer, either foliar or through ground, like root absorption. 2 gallons per 1,000 is my sweet spot, or really it's a little bit under that with the 9 gallons divided by 5,000 square feet. Okay, so we're getting close to full now, so we're going to go ahead and pour this stuff in. Take the hose and there's a lot of sediment. We have it all filled up now, up about as high as it can go. I might be able to squeeze a little bit more in, but we need to mix it up some. And then we'll spray it off over here. A little bit of nitrogen will probably make those weeds grow a little better. Okay, getting things going. I have my shut-off valve there, so everything's bypassing through here. Got no pressure coming out right now. We're in full recirculation mode. Now I'm upping the pressure, closing that down for the bypass valve. It's gonna start clicking here in a minute, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. Let's back it off. Okay, and that's gonna drop down to probably around 18 to 20, and then I will adjust it a little bit as I start spraying. I have not finished my first perimeter pass yet. And this is where I tell shit as it is. I've already cleaned out the filter one time, going from the corner of my shed around to where the grill and the Gorilla cart is. The filter's clogged again. I have exceeded the 7-to-1 dilution ratio. Should be more than adequate, yet it is still clogging up. That's why I stopped using it. Okay, so I got the perimeter pass finally finished. And then the area over here where the pool used to be. Let's hope it'll get finished up. I need just over 2 gallons left in this, probably around 2.7 gallons, so I can go do the front side piece and the other side yard. Let's see if it doesn't clog. Okay, we're on clog 3. It doesn't look too bad, but all this is just gunking up. Okay, I'm done spraying and I'm filming this on my phone because if we go over here and look, it clogged up and I lost so much. I have maybe a gallon left in there, so I'm what I put down and lost due to having to clean the filters out was somewhere around 0.23 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. I am not spraying this on my front lawn, and this actually reminds me why I stopped spraying the N-EXT fertilizer products, is because I've always had inconsistencies when not using a hose end sprayer and clogging up. That sprayer has sprayed everything perfectly fine, with the exception of N-EXT fertilizers. And I'm not dinging them in a sense. I know they're supposed to be applied with an ortho or whatever the hose end sprayer flavor of the month is going on right now. But a custom sprayer that can output up to 60 psi across 3 freaking nozzles should have zero issues with that. And so that's where I'm leaving this. This is I was kind of hoping to see results from this, because I've never seen results from their fertilizer products, because when I was applying that, I was always throwing down other stuff, be it granular fertilizers, be it RGS, be it aerate. There was always something going down in conjunction with everything else. The only time I've ever separated anything at all was with the Sunday review, where I did it on purpose, and that coincided with a terrible just work stress point in my life, plus having to deal with 2 separate application treatments because I don't have the land or area for test plots. But when I did it in the backyard, it sent me into this spiral of depression because half my yard sucked. And that's where that's kind of leading me to right there, is it clogged that thing up. Now I have to clean it out and go through and run that out. So that's going to be another video on maintaining and cleaning out the Boomsprayer. I was supposed to do an overkill one, and honestly, that's not needed anymore because the N-EXT GreenePunch just killed that sprayer. Tried and true, working super awesome for 3 years, no issues whatsoever. Boom, it killed it. Makes me wonder what all those dead spots were in my front KBG renovation a couple years ago too. I'm betting it was the fertilizer clogging up and then just burning those areas, and it wasn't a fungus. But hey, it is what it is. Again, thanks Alan for the hat. If you all saw the TikTok, yes, I do list products on Yard Mastery. I don't list specific ones. I just provide the link to the site for those that want to support me, because there are people that like the products and see the results. Me personally, from GreenePunch, yeah, haven't seen them, and I don't think I will, and I'm glad it's about gone. And I have a gallon of 901 green start as well, and a little bit of the green pop left, but those are probably going to be file 13 now, because I don't want to risk messing anything up. It's not going to go in my front yard. The front yard has seen enough abuse from trying to kill the Bermuda, establishing the KBG, having a lot of it die for mysterious reasons, getting it finally rocking awesome, then the Bermuda coming back. So the front's still rehabbing, but the back, there's a lot of work left to do on here, and I'm tired of messing around. I want it to look on point and where it needs to be. So yeah, there it is. I applied 1801 GreenePunch, and it broke my spreader. We'll see you in the next video.